Alright, so I got cut off from the last video. I actually ran out of time. I hit the 15-minute mark, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, here is part 2 of that example. We were saying that this graph, again, continues on and on and on in the negative direction. So this graph's going to continue making the same wave-like pattern even past our interval. So just because we looked at pi over 2 to 3 pi over 2 doesn't mean that the graph only exists in this region. Remember, this is a periodic graph, so it's going to continue to make the same exact shape over and over and over again. Now, if we try and finish off this problem by looking at our answer choices, and we look at answer choice A, I want you to notice your answer choices and the interval of your answer choices. So if we look here, notice that the answer choice starts off at 0, and the interval goes all the way to pi. And the same thing with B. We start off at 0, and again it goes off to pi. Even answer choice C goes off to 0 and ends at pi. Again, the same thing with answer choice D. It goes off to 0 and it ends at pi. Now, our graph didn't start at 0. Our graph apparently started at pi over 2, and that's okay. What we have to do now is just make sure that we include this interval from 0 to pi. So if I go back to my graph, and I'm going to get out my highlighter here, so let's see. I'll get this color here. So if I look at my graph, I should only be looking from 0 to, again, pi. And again, this right here is my region that I should be really focused in. This is where my answer is going to come from. And again, if we look at all these answer choices, we know for a fact now that answer choice, my pen's a little stuck here. There we go, sorry. We know for a fact that answer choice D does not look anything like this shape right here. Right? It does not look anything like this shape right here. In fact, it starts right under 3, but then look how many wiggles or waves it makes between 0 and pi, and ours doesn't do that. So we know that the answer is not D. If we look at answer choice C, now we already know the answer is C, but just compare it. This one starts right under 3, and if you look here, this one starts right under 3, and it goes down, and then it goes up, and then back down. And that's kind of what this one does. Goes down, back up, and then back down. Sorry about my phone going off. So this is a possibility. In fact, we already know that's the answer. But again, if you compare this to the other ones, clearly you can see it's not going to be B again because it makes so many different waves between 0 and pi. And then just look at this one. This one totally just does not do what it needs to be doing. And so we know it's not this one. And so our final answer here is C. Now again, we went through the entire process that we did in class. The only difference is that the way the answer choices are set up is they're set up on a different interval. So even though you're getting an interval from pi over 2 to 3 pi over 2, at the very end of the graph, the very end of the process, once you're done with all of it, just extend it in both directions and try and match the intervals that are on the answer choices with your graph there. And that should take care of the problem that a lot of you are having, and should clear up a lot of misconceptions there. So hopefully this video helped you out. If for some reason you continue to get stuck, just don't hesitate to again contact me, send me a problem over, and then maybe I can put in another short video for you. All right, have a great weekend.